Welcome, thank you for joining me. I'm Trish. So today I am going to tell you a few secrets. I'm going to get personal with you, and I'm going to let you know a few things about the Nicola Bulley case. So towards the end, I'm going to tell you why I pulled back on reading on the Nicola Bulley case and what happened with me in that situation. I'm also going to share with you a few things that I haven't shared with you before, and I'm going to get a little bit more personal with some details here. Now, I'm reading on Nicola today because today is my anniversary of reading true crimes. So I started this time last year, and what got me started here was I had a YouTube channel, but I didn't use it. I used to use it because I'm a card creator and I'm an artist, graphic designer, digital artist. I would put images up on my YouTube channel of me creating art pieces in speed form. And that's what I used my channel for. So last year, 12 months ago, this is about the time when Nicola was missing. She was not found yet, she was missing. I was having a dream. I dreamt about Nicola, so I had the dream first thing. So if you haven't been back through and looked at my previous videos, I had a dream which I only, funny enough, was looking through my diary to enter details on an unrelated matter. I was getting some dates for something completely unrelated, and I came across the dream that I'd written in my diary about Nicola Bulley, and that made me think, oh, it's 12 months. It's been 12 months. So, and like I know, and not the 12 months of her anniversary of going missing or being found, 12 months for me to start reading true crime online. And what made me do that was Nicola Bulley. So, and I'm very, very grateful to Nicola for that, for kind of pushing me to do that. So what happened first was the dream. I had a dream which as I said, I found in my diary, and I read back through. There was two men in my backyard. My backyard backs onto like a creek kind of waterway, and in the dream they were down there near the waterway, part of my backyard, and they were looking for something in the dream. I don't think I mentioned that in the video, but I read through the actual notes, and it said that they were looking for something in my backyard. They were holding onto a big white swan, and I was pleading with them not to kill the swan. I said, please don't kill the swan. She visits me every day. So that was what my dream was. Now, I didn't know, and I'd only found out through another YouTuber sent me a message and let me know. Well, actually, she created a video using my video and let me know that on Nicola's page, she only just before she died, she was watching swans on the water, and she was filming them on her, I believe it was her Facebook page that she put them on there. So I connect Nicola to swans, and it's come up many times. So that's my symbol for Nicola is swans, and that's because of that, related to that dream. Now that's the urge for me to go and start reading online was huge. It was like an urge that I could not do. So I could not ignore it. I really wanted to sit down and read, because she was on, obviously Nicola store headlines were on the news, and I felt a really deep connection to Nicola even just by looking at her on the news. Very similar age, many things very, very similar with Nicola. So I really felt the urge that for the first time ever that I wanted to read on her case online and put it up online, which was very out of the blue and very unusual for me, because I didn't put my face online. As I said, just used to put art up on there and never my face. I would never show my face on there. And with the readings that I did do on this channel, it was just looking down at my hands, and I'd do relationship reads for people using the cards that I created and put them online. So I was not doing any kind of true crime. I was not doing any kind of true crime readings at all until Nicola, and the urge was very strong. She was very, let me say, pushy with getting me to do that reading on her. And at the time, I didn't know that the dream was related to her. It was only the connections all started lining up and falling together. So yes, like I said, I'm very grateful to Nicola. Now, Nicola, over this last 12 months has came to me many times in many ways. One of them was in the shower. I had a little period there during the last 12 months of my light going off whenever I got into the shower. The bathroom light would just turn off, and then next minute I'd be having some kind of encounter in the bathroom, so in the dark in the shower. So that happened quite a few times, and one of those occurrences was Nicola. Now that hasn't happened in the last couple of months. My light's been fine. The globe was never replaced. It was just a little phase that it was going through of them alerting me by flickering the light and then turning the light off, and then there'd be contact. So one of those contacts was Nicola, and I can't remember the exact details. I did do a reading on it, but she came in and she was saying something about bestie. Now I will explain. I will go through that. It's something that I haven't mentioned before on any of the readings that I've done. I left those personal details out because that was a private thing between Nicola and I when I had made contact with her previously. So and then she explained something to me, and I thought I was getting a message for somebody that their friend had passed over, and then something else came up in the reading, and then I knew it was Nicola, and she showed me a glimpse of a big B or a big P. I can't remember if it was a big B or a big P, and so a person wearing a wetsuit. Well, that night I watched an episode of the final episode, I think it was series 2, episode 10 of The Lincoln Lawyer, and he went for a surf in the water, and he was wearing the black wetsuit, and he had the big P or the big B on his wetsuit, which I think was either standing for bully, like B for bully, or P for Paul. I know it was significant. I just can't remember exactly what the initial was, but it was definitely related to Nicola. Now, in that episode, the person that actually committed the crime got away with it, so that was very significant, and that's what she was alerting me to in that dream. So that was one of the things. Now, she did come to me at first and said, hey bestie, or something like that. Now I have a friend that I've meditated with for years, so people often ask me what my history is, what my story is. I started learning to read jewelry with my mum at 15, and I started meditating from about 21. So that's sitting in different circles with people and doing like psychic development circles from about 21. Now, one of the ladies that I sat with since the beginning, she passed away. She passed away a few years ago now, and I was very close with her because I meditated with her for maybe 20 years. It was a very, very long time. Now, in my dream, she came to me, my friend, and her face morphed in the dream into Nicola Bulley's face. So my friend on the other side was morphing into my friend Nicola. So that was another little thing about that happened. That was one thing. Now, because when we always did mediumship things together, my friend that had passed, like when we sat in circle together, we always had a doorkeeper or a gatekeeper, and that would be somebody that you would validate on the other side that you know and you trust, and then they would bring through people that had passed over. My friend was letting me know that she was my doorkeeper, because I trusted her, and she was bringing through Nicola to me on a medium part thing. Now, I don't believe that I've actually mentioned that before, but that was another little thing that happened. The other thing that happened that was related to friends was and this again is very personal, was I had a meditation, and it was a very, very vivid meditation, and I went with it. I actually thought it was me. I was watching myself kind of drift on the water, and I was very lethargic. I couldn't move my body. I was just like incapacitated. I couldn't move my body, and I just went with the flow. Now, in the dream, somebody came and picked me up and carried me, and I was just limp over their arm. So they like moved me out of the water, and I was kind of limp. And in that dream, or in that meditation, I was shown a vision. I was looking at it. Now, I don't know if I was seeing it from the perspective of myself draped over somebody's arms, or if I was seeing the vision from a perspective of spirit kind of looking down on the scene. It kind of felt in and out, both simultaneously. Now, they also showed me going through a narrow door is what they were showing me going through. Now, I have often wondered if that narrow door was that gate that was along the park fence line there. There was a little gate door into, I'll put the name of the property up on, I know you all know the name of the property. I will put it up on the screen. It just slipped my mind at the moment. But that could have been that narrowness that they were taking me through. Could have been. I mean, I don't know. All I saw from the perspective of kind of spirit looking down was going through, or actually at that point I could have been in the body. I really don't know, but I saw a narrow doorway that I was taken through. So you know, that could be something, and I've never mentioned that before either. So let me tell you now about why I pulled back on reading on Nicola's energy, what happened to me. So, and I've got to say that I'm very grateful for Nicola, and it has been 12 months for me, so that's why I'm doing this, is because all of these little things are happening. I saw the dream in my diary only 2 days ago, or it could have even been, actually it was yesterday I saw the dream in my diary, so that made me think about Nicola as well, and how I just would like what I thought is how grateful I am for the journey that I'm on now, and that's all because of Nicola's energy. This is why I'm on my journey now, and I'm very, very grateful to her for that. And I thought I'd like to just do a little reading just to check in to see how she's doing on the other side, just to check in with her. So not kind of about the case, more about how she's doing on the other side, and if there's any messages that she has. Okay, so the reason I'll do that card reading next, but the reason that I pulled back on doing the Nicola Bulley case was I started to put together all the snippets of all the readings that I'd done on Nicola, because I kept getting the same cards over and over again, and I wanted to kind of see what they were saying and what it all meant. So I know originally when I first read on that, the energy of what happened was I got the tumbling card over and over again, and I said, did she slip? Was there an accident? Because that came out a few times. But then I saw the confrontation card, and I knew there was some kind of confrontation that had taken place near the water. So whether that caused her to slip is how I kind of felt from the very first reading I ever done. And then sorry, I was just making contact then. It just happened unexpectedly. I just started the gulping come through, and my mind blanked. And sometimes when I go in, my mind blanks. Okay, I'm going to pull cards as I go here because I feel like I have a connection here. Unexpectedly, I just was going to talk about these things before, but I've made connection because I'm gulping. Okay, not even prepared. Here's my true crime cards as we go. I do want to read my medium cards as well because I just want to check in with her. Actually, let's do that. As I'm reading, I just want to check in with my my medium cards, just if there's something that Nicola, because I feel like she's making connection. So I just want to, as I'm talking about why I stopped reading on Nicola. I'm just going to pull this mic back a little bit while I shuffle so it's not too loud. I know that it makes the volume of my voice different, but it's better than having the shuffling sound going on in the mic. Okay, so why I pulled back on reading on Nicola Bulley. I was putting together all the pieces of all the cards that had come out over and over again, and I was putting them all together into one video for you just to kind of show the connections that were getting made there. And I had a warning flash up on my screen. It was like, proceed with caution, warning. Now I think it was like an Adobe message that flashed up, but it was very random and for no reason at all, because I use Adobe products, and it just said proceed with caution. Now the funny thing about it, and I remember vividly, I did not finish batching that video, or I did not finish creating that video. I had to stop. Rowan Water, there you go. Rowan Water is the name that I was trying to think of before. I was up to a part of the video of putting pieces together, and it was Rowan Water that came up when I had this big flash on the screen that said warning, proceed with caution. And I thought, oh, that's really weird. So I clicked it off and I just kept going. I kept putting these pieces together, and then my whole computer just shut down. It just, black screen, it just shut down completely. Like the whole thing, it just went off. It just shut down. Now my computer had only gone in for a service only maybe a month prior. It had a whole new hard drive in it. It was brand new. So there was no reason why physically the computer should have shut down, and it hasn't shut down since that time. So that I thought was really weird. So I kind of thought, oh, maybe I should back off. Apart from losing any changes that I hadn't saved, I thought maybe I should back off on reading on this case, and especially putting together all of the points where the cards had come out with the same cards over and over again, and what message they were trying to tell. So then as I said, I've sat in circles since 21, which is, and that's psychic development circles, where you read with other people, you do meditations, and then you read for each other. So it's like psychic development, and I've sat in those since I was 21. So, a long time. Now, I was sitting in a circle which my mother was facilitating, and my mother did a message for me on that day, and she said she pulled out, let me see if I can find it, she pulled out of this deck, funny enough that I'm holding onto this deck because I'm talking about it, she pulled out the Swan card and the warning card. So let me just show you what they look like so you can see how freaked out I was and this only happened maybe a day or two after my computer shut down and gave me that warning. So I don't know if it was spirit warning me, or I don't know. That card came out, which is my Nicola card. For me, it resonates with Nicola, which is why I told you those stories earlier, so it would further explain what this message was. And if I can find the other one. And that one, warning. So those two cards come out when my mum done a reading, and I nearly fell off my chair because I thought I was only just getting a warning 2 days prior around the Nicola Bulley case and reading any further on the details of what happened to Nicola. So my mum was even warning me off, and my mum's been reading for many years. Then another friend that was also sitting with us, she pulled cards. We travelled home together, and she was pulling cards for me all the way home, and she must have pulled the protection card about 6 times. Protect yourself, protect yourself, protect yourself, about 6 times. So I kind of really backed off from reading on that. So what I'm reading on today is I'm just tapping in with Nicola, seeing how she's doing, seeing if there's any messages that she wants to relay. Before I go on with the reading, there's something else I wanted to say about friends that came up with Nicola. In that meditation at the end of it, where I was floating on the water and my body was moved, I then got a vision of 2 swans on the water. And the swan just made me think of it. The Swan card made me think of that. So, and I got a vision of 2 swans on the water, and I thought, wow, this is Nicola's story. This is not me. I thought it was me, and it was Nicola. It was Nicola. So then next minute I'm in the vision, I'm sitting on a park bench talking to Nicola near the pond where the swans were. So we're talking, having a conversation about friends, and loyalty is what we were having a conversation about. Now, she was kind of bonding with my energy, and I was bonding with her energy on a spiritual friendship kind of basis, is how that was playing out. But she was also comparing me to what I thought was Emma. And we're talking about loyalty, so she was trying to tell me something about that as well. But that's kind of what I was picking up on. It was about friendships, and she was comparing it, my energies to Emma's energy, and talking about loyalties and how I'm more loyal than Emma is kind of where she was going. But not long after that, I also had some friendship issues, which I guess you could read into that loyalty, the word loyalty was also perhaps could be read into that situation and what happened with that situation. I won't go into that in detail, but I think maybe she might have been giving me a heads up around what was playing out around friendships, or what was going to go down with around friendships. So yeah, that was really interesting. Let's get back onto this reading. I've already saw a couple of cards now. I don't know what came out first. Okay. Friendship. Close bond of friendship. Isn't that weird that I've really felt drawn to talk to you about friendship? Friendship being very prominent and important around Nicola. So that's really, really interesting. Battles. Battles around friendship, maybe. Very fitting. Given all the stories I've just told you, and how she was bringing Emma into this as well, that is very fitting. Okay, this one is New Love. It does look like my card. It's like the companion card in my deck to the P card, which is the relationship card, and it's got the initial P on it. So this one has the initial T, the other one has the initial P, and this one's here about new blossoming relationships. So love relationships, love connections is what she's saying. How funny is this on this top line? Friendship, battles over a new love. This is my Nicola card. Also says commitment. This is a violent attack. This card here says good time girl, here for a good time, not a long time. And this is a connection. It says connection beyond just the physical. So this is more like a spiritual connection. Okay, so what I think she's validating here is the connection that I have had with Nicola over the last 12 months, the spiritual connection, because this is what this card is. It says connection beyond the physical, which means spiritual connection. So she is talking to me here about a spiritual connection that she has with me. Now I am totally 100% so grateful to Nicola, as I said, because I wouldn't be doing this, which I absolutely love doing. I love reading on the true crimes. I love reading on doing the messages for people, and I just love the path that I'm on now. I feel like it's my destiny almost. It's something that I'm supposed to do, and I feel like I really needed to be pushed to do that, and I really feel like Nicola did that. So I feel like I'm just so grateful, and I think that she's actually acknowledging the connection from her side as well. Okay, and this is about spending time with somebody. So actually I think this is related to the connection over the last 12 months is what that's related to. So I feel like yeah, there's a relate interesting, really beautiful energy here. As I said, as I was talking about her, I felt a step in, which I actually haven't made contact with her in such a long time. So it's almost, I'm feeling kind of, I don't know, I'm not an emotional person. I'm not emotional, but I'm feeling, I don't know, it's the energy. She's such an amazing, beautiful energy. A beautiful soul is what I'm feeling, and it's such an amazing energy that I'm tapping into. I feel kind of nostalgic, not the right word, but it's a kind of, I don't know, I've missed tapping into her energy, I guess you could say. So it has been, because I've had that break from tapping into Nicola, and I've always had a very strong connection when she has came in during the readings, and I've always been very honest about whether or not she has come in, because sometimes I've done readings and she hasn't been there. I haven't been able to make contact with her, and I've always been very honest when I've done a reading and I haven't made contact for whatever reason. But yeah, I feel like, yeah, she stepped in already, and I can't believe it. I wasn't expecting her to step in, and she stepped in. I was going to just do the introduction to this video and then go a little bit deeper and try and make a connection with her then, but she came in midway through my introduction. So again, I'm truly grateful. Truly grateful for her coming in and bringing messages through, and you know, just that connection that she's made with me. And I feel like it's that spiritual connection, and the time that I've got to spend with Nicola over the 12 months and having that spiritual connection with her. So how beautiful and how amazing. Like, you're seeing this as I've shuffled it, and it's like it's exactly what's going on here. So I'm talking about the connection that I've had with her over the 12 months and how grateful I am on my part, on how she's pushed me to read true crime, and which I absolutely love, and I love my path, and it's all thanks to her why I'm on this path, and I'm so very grateful. And it's like because of the time that I've got to spend with her, and that connection, that spiritual connection that I've had with her. So how amazing is that? And that's amazing because that's a message to me personally, and you're seeing that right here live. Basically, you're seeing it as it's happening. So, but the message that she's bringing out for her own situation, she's talking about friendships. Funny enough, I felt really drawn to talk about friends the whole way through this introduction. So strange connection here. Then we're talking about a battle going on. So this is battle, the battle card. Okay, the battle card is the initial A. 2, by the way, I thought I'd let you know. Okay, I'm just checking the initials on these cards because sometimes they're significant. Okay, so it is the letter I. I said letter T. I don't have the best vision, so it's actually the letter I. So I'm not sure if that's related, but this is the letter E. This is the letter E. And right above that, so this is sitting here, the letter E, right above that we're talking about friendships and a battle with friendships. Here, a battle with friendship going on about, this is like a new sparking relationship. It says new love, but you can see it's like a new little spark. There's all sparks behind them, and it's like a new spark of passion. So there was kind of battles going on, maybe about someone's sparks or yeah, new relationship even, who knows. But there's I don't know, like this is all alleged. I'm just showing you what's on the cards here. And this is the letter A, so that could be Paul's last name that we're talking about here, because as I said, the card that looks like this, which accompanies this in the deck, it's the sister card to this one. They look very similar, and it talks about a committed relationship, and it's the letter P. So it's very funny that, and I did actually see that one as I was shuffling go through. This is the number 24. Not that I know that that's significant, but I just thought I'd let you know. So here we're talking about a violent attack. We're talking about a battle that was going on related to relationship and friendship battle that was going on. And here we're talking about, and the letter E is important, and here we're talking about a violent attack that took place. Battle and a violent attack. So I think I've covered kind of everything here that I wanted to talk about. I might just pull any cards just while I've got Nicola with me. Now I'm not sure if she's still stepped in or if, because the energy's changed a little bit, so maybe she's stepped back out again. Oh, by the way, this is the stallion sitting on the bottom here, and this is about the energy of a player. So the energy of somebody that is not monogamous. Okay, so Nicola's just saying that she's now safe and well. So she's safe and well. Now the Hermit card is that that's when you cross over into spirit and you take some time out and go away for a little while to get healing, and you take that time. It's almost like going hermit away, and you're working on yourself in spirit. So I think that's what's going on around her. She's talking about the Freedom card. She's talking about a missing piece, and she's talking about this is my stormwater drain. The stormwater card. It's called Stranger Unknown, but I probably really should rename this card, because every time it comes out I always talk about a stormwater drain or somewhere like a circular thing near, like a stormwater thing near water. So I feel like, yeah, that's what she's saying. And then there's a freedom card that's come with that. But she is saying that at this moment she's safe and well. She's either been, in hermit mode doing some work on herself, or she's about to go into hermit mode and do some work on herself. So again, so thank you so much for joining me. So again, I'm truly grateful for the connection and for Nicola coming in and again popping into this reading as well. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.